Hello everyone. I'm going to introduce you with the case of Anthony's Orchard Company because your individual assignment is based on this case. For Unit 2 individual assignment, I'm not going to talk in detail about the events, about the other aspects of the company. I wish to go to the financial aspects directly. So, as you have seen, you can find the financial information of the company under financial information and charts, and you can get the budget information and financial data. So, you can clearly see that the budgeted income statement is given, and this budgeted income statement is for the next year. Definitely budgeted cash flow also for the next year, cost of goods sold budget for the next year, and budgeted balance sheet for the next year. It also include the administrative budget. The financial information also include previous year financials, which include the direct materials in 2010, direct labor in 2010 for each of the products: prepared apple product, pick your own apple, and also community events. Current year financial include the direct materials, direct labor, and the income statement. And all these items are for three separate products of the company: prepared apple, pick your own apple, and community events. The financial information also include the sales of 2011. So you can see clearly that prepared apple product has 157,654 cases sold, and pick your own apples 17,486, and community event 4,397. And it also include the price per case, which is 42 for prepared apple, 130 for pick your own apple, and 480 for community events. So if you multiply these two, you get the actual revenue. You can also see 2011 cash flows, cost of goods sold. Okay, so these are the current year financial, which is a bit detailed and also useful for your study. Now let us look at what are the requirements. What are the requirements of individual assignment unit 2? Basically, you have two requirements. Number 1, you have to review the financial statements. Number 2, you have to conduct a what if analysis. When you review the financial statements, at first you have to provide your view of the current financial health of the company. So how can you provide your view of the current financial health of the company? What you have to do is you have to go to the current year financial. Okay, you have to go to the current year financial and look at the information and relate the information with the previous year financials. So if you see that certain financial items has improved in this year compared to the previous year, then you can say that it is better. Okay, like if the direct material cost has decreased, that is good. If you see that the revenue has increased in 2011 compared to the previous year, definitely you can say that it is a better performance. Okay, so this sort of analysis, these are the very simple analysis that you have to do for preparing the first item of your individual assignment. Now when you assess, there are several assessments that you have to do. You have to assess the materials and labor costs, you have to assess the income statement, you have to assess the cash flow statement, you have to assess the each of the business units. Okay, so the same thing actually, you have to compare the materials and labor cost of previous year versus current year, and look for any improvement or any deterioration. You have to look at the income statement. Statement has several items, like you have to look at the revenue, you have to look at the cost of goods sold, you have to look at the net income, so item by item, or each and every item you should compare whether it has improved or not. Okay. And in the cash flow statement also, look at different components of the cash flow statement and comment. You compare the cash flow statement items and then make your comment. And also, that there are 3 business units of Anthony's Orchard. So what you have to do, you have to compare the performance of the 3 business units over time. That means what is the performance in this year compared to the last year. Another thing you have to do, that is cost volume profit analysis of the current year's financials. If you are not familiar with cost volume profit analysis yet, then I will suggest you to go back to unit 1 and read chapter 7 of our textbook. That is necessary for understanding cost volume profit analysis. You can read the chapter if you are not familiar with the concept yet. Second part of the assignment requires you to conduct a what if analysis. So for doing this what if analysis, you have to look at the unforeseen circumstance that may result in changes of the budget that is already made by the by Orchard, by Anthony's Orchard. Okay. So what is the unforeseen circumstance? A major customer is considering cancelling their order for prepared Apple products, and this customer accounts for 25% of the prepared Apple product revenue. Okay, you have already got the information about the sales volume of the prepared Apple product revenue, prepared Apple product, and also the total revenue of this item. So if that customer cancels the order, then what happens? The sale of the prepared Apple product simply reduces by 25%. So you have to show what will happen to the budgeted statements. You know that in the case study we have several budgeted statements. So you have to reproduce the budgeted statements with reduced sale. Okay, when the sales reduce by 25%. Okay, then what will happen? What are the changes in the budgeted statement? So you have to reproduce. So for this purpose, I will suggest you to use any spreadsheet software. Okay, where you key in the budgeted financial statements, and also try to see what happened when the sales of that product. Okay, sales of the prepared Apple product reduces by 25%. If you can complete these 2 requirements, then your individual assignment is complete. Make sure to refer to the sources. Okay, for example, if you do cost volume profit analysis, mention what is cost volume profit analysis. Okay, and refer your sources. Do not forget to mention if you use any realistic assumption that helps you to complete the analysis. Do not forget to mention that. You know that this individual assignment forms the basis for section 1 of your final project. Okay, and after you submit, you will receive feedback from me, and you are expected to incorporate the suggested changes into the final project. Let me know if you cannot submit by the end of the unit, but make sure that you inform me and get an extended deadline, and that should not be more than 2 days. Thank you very much.